both the captains.
Heads is the call from Ganguly. And heads it is. Saurabh, you're surprised at winning the toss?
Yeah, surprised after a long time. I'd asked for a change in the coin before the toss, but it's been lucky this time for me.
And what are you going to do?
You're going to bowl
First.
Thanks very much, Ravi. Well, as we just heard, Sri Lanka unchanged then. Sanath Jayasuriya in great form. There was a doubt over Suresh Perera. He has been reported about his action. Umpire Steve Buckner reported Perera to the match referee, Cammy Smith, but he does play. Muralitharan, as usual, will be the man to watch. India, they've made just the one change, an enforced change. Javagal Srinath, he's thrown home with that broken left hand. So in comes the fast bowler, Harvinder Singh. They've gone for 3 pace bowlers, the Indians, and that means that a lot, again, will depend on Harbhajan Singh, the new off-spinner.
Turns later on. It's not a pitch that suits the Sri Lankans. They don't like a pitch that's too fast. Great players, though, great eyes they have, and, you know, wonderful timers of a ball, but this is not a pitch that suits them. And they can't do anything about it. It's owned by the local school, and they can't tell the groundsmen what they want here.
Not a bad start, though, that shot.
Beautiful shot, wonderful timing. I think it's going to be very interesting because the pitch England bowled on was fast, and if you play well, you get runs, and importantly, you get them quickly. I think this is the right selection for this pitch. They've got it right. It's now just a question of them being able to put it in the right place. I mean, to win the toss and put a side with the batting strength of Sri Lanka in at home, it's a bold move. I think it's the right one. I think they've got to take this chance, 1-0 down in the series. But no Srinath, you see, that's a wonderful shot. Again, yeah. This is the problem India are going to have. I'm building this pitch up to be, not to be a bad one, but to be one with that life in. And you've got to have the bowlers to produce it for you if you're a captain that puts a side in on this kind of pitch.
Good stroke. That'll be 4. Mid-off, as I said earlier, very close. Again, that leg glance. Good fielding, though, and he's coming back for the second. There's trouble here. Terrible trouble, and the first wicket goes. Jayasuriya wanted to from the moment that he hit it. Atapattu was ball watching, and they ended up virtually at the same end of the pitch. Celebrations for India.
Important wicket for India. That's Jayasuriya clipping it away to fine leg. He's the man who set off. He was going into the danger end, and Atapattu has not moved at all. Just looking at the ball, and by which point Jayasuriya was gone for all money. Welcome wicket for India. And Sanath Jayasuriya disappointed. Run out. Jayasuriya departs for 3. Sri Lanka 18 for 1.
End.
I was talking about that very significant climatic divide, which is the Hunaskirya and the Knuckles. Oh, good shot. That's a lovely shot. That's been caressed through the offside field for Paul. Beautifully played by Marvin Atapattu.
Fantastic stroke. Crisp timing from Marvin Atapattu. Really a big flourish of the bat. Picks up the spot beautifully. Hit on the up. That tells you this pitch is a real beauty.
But an incredible mess up. That one's through the offside field. Sangakkara is starting to turn it on now after his century in Galle. Can he produce another one here?
That'll do
as fast as it arrived. Oh, good shot onto the back foot. Sangakkara beautifully played off the back foot. This guy's got some talent, I've got to tell you. He hits them off the front foot, he drives them off the back foot, and he can hook as well.
He's given him room to free the arms. Sangakkara latches onto the opportunity. I said I was poor at geography.
Well, it's logical. That one cut away into the gap on the offside, running away down towards the boundary. It's going to be 4. That is a short delivery. That's the sort of delivery that we saw too often down in Galle. Wide to these guys. They love cutting, and this is a good cut shot.
Earlier on in the innings, you're not going to let them off the hook. Short and wide gives him ample time to go back onto the back foot free.
Yeah, a little bit of room, and again he's got it through. It's going to be a race for Harbhajan Singh, but I don't think he'll get there. He doesn't. Another good shot from Marvin Atapattu.
Yes, his feet are moving well. He's picking the length up quickly. The opportunity was there because of the width and the length.
Man is indicating go on, and Steve Buckner is saying please when I call for it, and now he has. I'm not sure who this is going to benefit. A little bit of moisture will get on the wicket, but I think more will get on the outfield, and that's going to be very difficult from the gripping the ball point of view. The fast bowlers.
You win the toss and insert the opposition. The Indians were relieved at seeing the back of the Sri Lankan captain, but since then these two have added 40 and look pretty positive and confident.
Nothing to write home about here. Khan really didn't get it right. Havinder promised and got some swing, and Prasad were probably the steadiest, but they really haven't threatened that much, and there's no surprise that the only wicket was a run out. Well, and he's got that one through. I don't think he quite meant it to go that far. Another 4, 65 for 1. Beautifully driven. Classic. .50 partnership, and what a way to bring it up.
Well, this is copybook stuff. Close to the line of the ball, nice and still head, and not trying to hit it too hard. Perfect placement as well. He's looking good, Atapattu.
Good enough in Test cricket to be able to bowl in all conditions, and I think that he is. He proved that against Australia. That's a lovely shot. That's offline. You just can't bowl there. And if you get flicked away for 4 every time.
Well, you certainly can't bowl both sides of the wicket.
Then some people get upset. Oh, what a catch! What a catch! You beauty! Beautifully taken in the gully. The Indians needed that one desperately. Saurav Ganguly, the golden arm, has struck. Well, they really needed that. It was beautifully bowled just outside off stump. It was running away a little bit. Ramesh, what a catch!
Certainly has struck Saurav Ganguly. On that occasion, playing away from the body, just trying to hit on the up. What a catch this has been. Very consistent in that area, Sadagopan Ramesh. Look how delighted Saurav Ganguly is. He knows how important that wicket is. Just when the Sri Lankans were getting away with the game, he's pulled it back for India. Got Kumar Sangakkara for 31. The Sri Lankans 78 for 2.
Mahela Jayawardena, 24 years of age. He's been around for a while, isn't he? Only 24. And a good average of 42. You want to build on that one today. He'll look back at it and say, perhaps I should have left it, or should have perhaps not been forcing it quite so much. But the thing that's nice about Sangakkara is that he is a shot maker. And when you are a shot maker, there are going to be occasions when the ball flies. Oh, that's 4. That's 4. Straight down the ground. What a lovely straight bat. That is beautifully played.
That'll do his confidence a world of good. Just come in, bound to be circumspect. He's just waded into that one. Look at that shot. Full face of the bat. Played on the up. Middled it. Sweet timing. That was as sweet as candy. Have a look at that.
Ball him! He's clean bowled him. Well bowled. He's got a little drag back onto the stumps. What a wicket that is. And what a good change too by Ganguly. He's brought his quick man back. He's got a little inside edge. I think Marvin Atapattu was trying to leave that one. It hit the bat and actually ricocheted back onto the stumps. That is a big wicket.
Pendulum certainly swinging towards India on that occasion. Zahir Khan strikes, that one nipping in, and Marvin Atapattu just trying to leave that delivery in a bit of a dilemma, has played onto the stumps. This is a big blow for the Sri Lankans. The sheet anchor Marvin Atapattu departs for 39. 82 for 3, the Sri Lankans.
Yes, well, because the wicket's fallen within 2 minutes of the lunch break, it now means that the players will go in for lunch. One of them run out. Jayasuriya run out there for 3, and it's now 82 for 3. And from India's point of view, just have a look at this. The Indian bowlers started pretty poorly. There's no doubt about that. But 1 wicket now to Zahir Khan. That'll lift him a little bit. And Saurav Ganguly, the man there, making the breakthrough that resulted in this being a decidedly more palatable lunch for the Indians, that's for sure. Right, so there we are. The score at the moment, 82 for 3.
But the good news is the covers are on their way off. So after the break...
He's much a better player than what it suggests.
And there's shouts of catch it now. I think he squeezed that. Half-hearted, really. Little shake of the head from Ramesh. He realised it fell short of him anyway.
Russell Arnold squeezing that certainly hits the ground on its way, and Ramesh.
Lucky to get away with that, Jai Wardener. Man's gone back at mid-wicket. And this is off the edge. It's going to run away for 4. All the points for Ganguly. Oh, it's an extra ball got to be bowled as well. Disappointment for Ganguly.
A very good delivery by Ganguly, overstepping ever so slightly. A short ball followed by the one that's pitched up. He's done everything right.
He's gone for this, and a sound, a definite sound, a spontaneous appeal. Got to see what the sound was all about, but again, a loose shot here from Russell Arnold.
A good delivery. Whoa, that noise was nothing to do with bat on pad. I think the bat was past the pad. A lot of noise from behind. Wicket-keeper and slips all went up together. There's the nick. I think he got a little scratch on it.
He definitely did, at least by the look of that second replay. Only thing that could have hit the ball was the bat. The 100 coming up for Sri Lanka with that single. They go back for another one, and that would have been close. They took a chance. 2 runs in the end to end the over.
Wide one outside off stump.
That's edged and taken. This is excellent bowling from Zahir Khan. He's been finally rewarded. There was an appeal earlier in his spell that was turned down, but this time, no need for the umpire. Rahul Dravid making no mistake. Sri Lanka have lost their 4th wicket.
Well, just desserts for a fine spell of bowling. We all felt that he'd got Russell Arnold to nick one earlier on. This, there's no doubt about. Thick edge, straight to Rahul Dravid, catches it very nicely at first slip. So Arnold gone for 5. And Sri Lanka now 101 for 4.
Comes out to the middle. Experienced player, 58 matches, close to 3,000 runs in the game, and he replaces Russell Arnold. So left-hander replacing left-hander. Bowling on a very tight leash, Zahir Khan.
Oh, that's got to be close. Just pitched outside leg stump. Just pitched outside leg stump. D-Gay is still appealing. Well, it was a beautiful delivery. I think it would have hit the stumps, but my guess pitched outside leg.
Certainly was pitching outside leg stump. It's the angle from which Zahir Khan bowls puts the umpire in a bit of doubt. Certainly pitched way outside the definitive view for you, and height is also the factor.
There's that short ball, thinking about playing the hook shot, but the man at mid-wicket's gone back a little bit.
Shot, he knows that Mahela Jayawardene is the sort of player who will instinctively go for the hook shot. What's the problem over here? Things over there. It's probably...
Well, that's interesting. He's obviously warning him for running on the wicket, I think it was, but he went and told Dravid. So perhaps you've just got to get someone else in the team that knows. He's telling the vice-captain. Oh, he's gone for that one, hit it well. It's running away down to the square leg boundary for 4. That's a good shot by Jayawardene. He plays the put shot well, and that time he picked his spot.
That's a great shot, putting it in the right spot.
Nicely played. Lovely drive down the ground for 4. He's a good, solid player. Pretty strong young man, Ashan Tilakaratne.
Pulled away. That'll be 4. Just too short for this pitch.
That's Mahela Jai.
Oh, it's well bowled. It's going to cost him 4 runs. Almost an acknowledgement from the batsman there that it was a good delivery. 125 for 4. $125 for 4. Doesn't get a lot of work to do. It's a new mental experience standing in Test cricket. Oh, great shot. That was better than the pull shot that we saw Jayawardene play a little earlier. Better because the ball wasn't quite so short, I don't think. Excellent shot.
Brilliant shot here. Not too short, but he picked it so fast. That's the secret. Picked it very, very fast. He picked the line, picked the length very fast, and a quick transfer of the weight, swivels, and off it goes. Brilliant shot, in fact. Look at that for timing, placement, and execution. Hit big ones.
Nicely timed. He might have to run all those. No, he won't. Just timing. 138 for 4.
That is off spinner to be introduced.
Well, he's got a nick on that one. The breakthrough for Prasad. And Tilakaratne's gone. He knows that that wasn't the best shot that he's ever played in Test cricket. And he's paid the penalty.
A very poor shot. Wide outside the off stump and short. Tilakaratne didn't try to really cut at it. He just jabbed at that and just takes the edge for a simple catch to Dige. So he'll be very disappointed. He was stuck in there. He departs for 10. Sri Lanka 138 for 5.
Suresh Perera, the new batsman, young all-rounder, just playing in his 3rd Test match, averaging 44. That average will change over a period of time, one way or the other.
Great pretenders with the bat.
Pulled away. He does play the pull shot beautifully. You cannot bowl a tiny bit short to this man. 143 for 5.
The batsman guessing.
He slashed and slashed hard. That'll be 4. Gully had no chance.
Using the crease as well, Saurav Ganguly. You'll see on this one he goes a little bit wide, trying to angle it in. Watch how wide on the crease he's gone, much wider than normal. Mahela Jayawardene.
And another one. He's taking toll of the tiring Ganguly. Nice way to bring up his half-century. And this is a very responsible innings. 152 for 5.
Such a good knock. He's been very responsible. There's been disciplined bowling since lunch. He hasn't had much to contend with in terms of being able to score. Just when the short ball has presented himself, he's really put it away. Jayawardene has got lots of experience behind him. The other man at the other end hasn't. Just 3 Test matches, and he's got a job to do. 152 for 5.
Suresh Perera takes the aerial route. And he's done it in style. He picks up his first boundary.
Oh, a couple of overs before tea.
So that's tea. 85 runs scored in that session of play for the loss of the 2 left-handers for Sri Lanka, Tilakaratne and Russell Arnold. But Mahela Jayawardene, he's held this innings together, 61 from 99 balls. Russell Arnold going for 5, Tilakaratne for 10, and giving Jayawardene company is Suresh Perera. He's on 9 of 19. Very good effort by the Indians in this session of play. Zahir Khan easily the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 32. He was well supported after lunch by Saurav Ganguly. 11 overs, 1 for 34. Venkatesh Prasad also got a wicket. That of Tilakaratne, and then Harbhajan Singh introduced just before tea
3 overs for 10 runs without a wicket. That's a fine shot. That struck well by Suresh Perera. Second boundary for him.
Very aggressive.
That's cut away. No need to run for that. The placement is good. Another boundary here for Jayawardene.
Well, Jayawardene, who played so beautifully between lunch and tea, just continues in that way. Offered.
That's gone off a thickish outside edge. Second boundary of the over. A despairing dive in the deep from Mohammad Kaif, but that was in vain.
It's a slightly loose shot here from Jayawardene. It's really wide, but he goes after it. He has every right to. He's in good form. Despairing effort, but to no avail.
This is the final session of play. No ball signal, but again, good shot from Perera. When he hits the ball, it stays hit. Another boundary on the offside. Second time he's pierced the offside field. The first time off Ganguly.
He certainly didn't hit this shot because it was a no ball. It was a little bit on the full side. There's the no ball, a big one. 3 or 4 inches over. Beautifully executed cover drive. Ganguly proving quite expensive in this little spell after tea. Check drive. Get on.
And that boundary bringing up the 50-run partnership.
Here's other people will make that decision for him.
That's wrapped on the pads. That's going to be close. The finger has gone up. Saurav Ganguly is struck. So the decision to hang on and bowl 1 extra over has done the trick. Now what you got to watch here was he struck outside the line or not? That's the decision the umpire had to make. Well, this is a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one, but initially it looked as if it was outside the line because the boot has gone well outside the line of off stump. But just as the ball came back into him, then he straightens the front leg and gets himself in line. So Perera out for 18, 189 for 6.
Chaminda Vas comes out to the middle. He's no mug with a bat, over 1,000 runs in Test match cricket. He replaces Suresh Perera.
Looks like he tried to get off pretty well there. That was actually the wicket. But now he's saying that's the second one. Now, that means an awful lot. Once you've been officially warned twice, which is the case here, the next warning you're off for the rest of the innings. That's where his right foot's landed, but it's just a question.
Sri Lanka here to somewhere around 225. That'll only happen if they get rid of this man, Jayawardene. That's a clever shot. Intentionally played.
Yeah.
And he's got this away fine. Another boundary. So he's playing in the V at the moment, but that's behind the wicket.
The reverse V goes into the 80s.
Get together. Steered away, backward of point. What he needs is someone to stay with him. The difference between a decent score here, and that's the 200 being cheered by the crowd that have come to watch the first day of today's Test match, is the difference between a really good score here and just an average score could well be whether someone is prepared to hang in there with Jai. They're all prepared to, whether someone can hang in with Jayawardene. Oh, he's hit that one. Boy, he wasn't choosy about it. Take that, don't fetch it. Straight over the top, straight down the ground. We're not sure whether it was 6 yet. It was pretty close. But this is the sort of thing that I think Ranjan's talking about. Had that gone straight up in the air, then, of course, everyone would have said he's not responsible.
And there he goes, explodes straight over the top of the bowler's head, and it goes sailing, and that's what we need to look, whether it's it's gone over. And I think the umpires would have another look at it. And there it goes, gets...
Short, it's short, it's miles short.
It's a 4.
Police kennel. And that young lady over there has promised me that if I have any trouble whatever from Navjot Singh Sidhu, that she'll bring the dog over and we'll chew him up.
Typical of you, Tony. Got away with the ladies, and that's a superb specimen of a German Shepherd, I guess.
Oh, he's gone for that one, not quite in the meat of the bat, but it's running away down towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. It'll go for 4. Yes, well, once he gets his eye in, I've got to tell you, Chaminda Vos doesn't mind having a go either. That's the end of the over. It's 2:14 for 6. You should have one of these. If you haven't got one, you should get the laws of cricket. Well, that's a lovely cover drive, beautifully played through the offside field. Into the fence he goes. Mahela Jayawardena is into the nervous 90s.
That's Mahela at his very best. Picks the line and length very early. Ball pitched up, giving him the width, and that's the classical drive.
I personally wouldn't. I mean, you've got to back him, I suppose. You've got to back one of your bowlers, so we're going to see some overthrows here. This is where India have got to be very, very careful.
5, I think.
Yeah, there's 5 or 6. They've got to be careful here, because it's 5 runs. Yes, 5 runs given. That's Jayawardena is getting closer and closer to
99 then, that'll be.
I think he's 99, he is, so that we better watch that. But this was a poor bit of cricket from India. Got the ball nearly in his hands, parried it, and, well, no one backing up at all. You've got to anticipate that sort of thing as a fielder.
And going to be very jittery.
Well, jittery or not, he's almost done it in style. Just the one bounce. Mahela Jayawardena goes to an extraordinary 100 and hugs all round, and why not? That is an exquisite knock.
Fantastic cricket from Mahela Jayawardena, taking the attack to the opposition. Really held the day for Sri Lanka. Really has been a pivot around which the Sri Lankan batting has revolved. Look at that. Sheer arrogance. Dispatches that from his presence in utter disdain. There was a spot over there, no real cushion for Harbhajan Singh. Makes Mary, deserves it all. Really has been the centrifugal force of the Sri Lankan innings. Dominated right from the word go, played shots all around the wicket. 144 balls for 133. How about that? Sheer domination.
600s now in Test cricket. He's second against India. And his second
point attacking Jayawardena over here. The question is, you've got to keep him quiet.
He's gone. What a bonus for Prasad. Jayawardena, we talked about the concentration. Vos went to him and said concentrate, and in the end he's played a loose shot and he's paid the penalty. What a big wicket this is for India.
This is a huge morale booster for the Indian side. A bit of a wave movement for Venkatesh Prasad. Really fishing for that one, Mahela Jayawardena. No real foot movement. Feet glued to the crease over there. Fantastic wicket. Really will pep up their dying spirits. Jayawardena goes for 104. Sri Lanka 232 for 7.
Muralitharan strides to the crease. Now this is an interesting decision. I think he wants to bat before the new ball's due. He's got 13 overs. Maybe he's come out with a brief of just to get after it. He can be very dangerous when he's swinging the bat. He's got a good eye. And that's beautifully struck. Very solid strike on the bat, that is. So the seamers have come back. Vos has enjoyed that.
This is what is good cricketing acumen now. He realizes that Mahela Jayawardena has departed and he's taking his chances. What a
There he goes on the hook shot, and he's got it away quite beautifully. Races to the fence.
So Vos has put his skating shoes on. The intent.
Surya did.
Well, there's a cut shot. That's four. That's four. He likes it out there. Anything where he can get his body out of the way and then flay it, he loves.
Yes, he's staying on leg stump. The width was offered to him here, and Muralitharan has made no mistake. He's tried to hit it as hard as he can.
Bowling! That's the way to bowl to tail-enders. Get it right up in the block hole. The stumps are all over the place. That's good bowling. It's the way it's been done for 100 years. A couple of short ones and then one right in the block hole. And that's the end of Mathai Muralitharan.
So the first wicket for Harvinder Singh in this game, and he'll be happy with this. The perfect Yorker. In fact, just coming back in to the right-hander. Muralitharan having no answer. Was all over it. The ball hitting into the off stump. Muralitharan goes for 5, 245 for 8.
Fast when he's bowling. He's about to face the music here, Harvinder.
Yes, the reason why he's here is because this is what happened with Muralitharan. No answer to that one from Harvinder Singh, and a good Yorker. Right up in the block hole, getting a little bit of in-swing.
Be interesting to see if Prasad goes for the Adam's apple of Delara Fernando. These fast bowlers tend to tuck it away. Oops, hang on. Now then, we've got a problem. This is pretty serious. Prasad has come running in, and he's taken his hat. He's obviously got a bit of a problem. Now then, step up with your batting and move into that all-rounder category, the bowling all-rounder category. Steered away down to third man. He might even get 4 for this. It's gone all the way. Yeah, so they might have given him a bit of incentive to stretch his career.
Yes, and there's example of that talent. Now, this is a very sensible shot. It's intentional. He knows there's a deep point, so he's not trying to square cut. He just plays it a lot later and watches it onto the bat and just opens the face of the blade.
Oh, this is frustrating. Forward defensive, and it's off the edge, and it's gone down to third man for 4. This is frustrating for fast bowlers. We'll come back and talk about that in the second. It's 258 for 8.
Now that's 4 more. He's playing sensibly. I wouldn't call Chaminda Vas a tail-ender because he gets behind it. He's not worried about the short stuff. In the mid-80s. That's a spanking shot on the offside. That's the kind of shot that will make any batsman feel happy. And Vas here putting up a really useful contribution.
Oh, he's hit that one over the top. He smashed it over the top. That's a one-day shot. It's bouncing away down to the boundary for 4. These are all very, very valuable runs. That's the end of the over. 273 for 8.
He's gone. Has he? Yes, he has. So, the angle over the wicket. There was a very quiet dismissal, that one way and another. But there you go. Over the wicket always pays in the end.
No real flourish from the Indians. Damage is done. Big edge. Away movement. Once again, lack of foot movement did Delara Fernando. He departs for 4. Important wicket for the Indians. They'll sleep well tonight. 274 for 9.
In the Sri Lankan team, just playing in his 5th test match. A bowler by trade. And they'll offer it to the batsman. And they've decided a needless run out. And Sangakkara also just before lunch. So India had a pretty good morning one way and another. But then Jayawardene, a magnificent century. And the partnerships, all meaningful in their own way, particularly from about the middle order down. Irritating partnerships, 37, 51, 43. And all those with Mahela Jayawardene, who played really quite beautifully throughout the day. Pick of the bowlers, Zahir Khan, 3 for 62 in 22. Otherwise, mostly seamers most of the match. Didn't see a lot of the off-spinner Harbhajan Singh. Bowled him out. Well, that's just exactly what India wanted to do. Get this innings over with. Ind Vs loses his leg stump and doesn't get to another Test 50. But in a way, this just might not be a bad thing either for Sri Lanka. Just an inside edge. It's the top of the leg stump. It flies out of the ground. Ranjan, 274, no runs added, but could it be an advantage maybe to get bowling as soon as possible while there's maybe a tad of moisture from overnight under the covers?
Sri Lankans would certainly have liked to have got another 10 to 15 runs and got closer to 300 mark.
For 42, so 274 is what they finished up with, and Sri Lanka.
Shot, 4 runs. First ball is really overpitched and punished. End of the over, 11 for no wicket.
A little bit of bat in that. Oh, he's given him out. Not out. Not out. No way was that out. That hit the bat for sure. Definite bat in that one. No dot.
Big inside edge on that occasion, there's no doubt about that. And the umpire has heard. Big wicket for the Sri Lankans. Das really very compact, very organized on that occasion. Going for the big drive, no real foot movement. And definite inside edge, there's no doubt about that. So it's a big blow for the Indians.
Yes, no doubt the noise there, and you can see that he's not happy with that one. A little bit difficult to pick in that replay. We'll come and look at it from every angle in just a moment. So Sundar Das out for 8, and unfortunately for India, it's 11 for 1. The responsibility here has been given to the senior players. Saurav Ganguly has decided to put Dravid in at number 3, and the word is that he's going to come in at number 4, which is the correct batting order for India, which is good.
Big blow for the Indians. Very compact, very organized. This young man, unfortunate circumstances.
Just looking at that shot played away on the onside there, pitched outside leg stump, and
can't really be certain. For the umpire, it makes it all the more difficult.
That's a beautiful shot. Didn't matter where he put his foot on that occasion. The bat came down beautifully. It hit the middle of the bat and went. You could just hear that he timed that one beautifully. The lovely noise of that willow bat he's got there. The ball right into the middle. Boy, it sounds a good bat. Beautiful shot. A lot of runs. And it is a very, very special list. It rather upsets me when from time to time you see lists of run scorers. Michael Atherton, watch that one, whipped away down towards the square leg, and that'll be 4. That's well played too. Very nicely flicked away on the onside, not very good bowling. Yes, I saw a list the other day. Atherton went past some hurdle, and he was right up at the top of all these Englishmen. And yet he averages under 40, and so I just don't think that we can take any notice of how many runs are scored. What you want to take notice of is averages. Obviously there's a little bit of an imponderable there. You've got this not out scenario. Some players have a little few more not outs than others, but that list is a list of very special cricketers.
Here he is now. And there's a big appeal here. It's not all that far away. Swinging in, he's given him. And I think that one's fair enough. The first one, a little inside edge. This one, no mistake.
Yes, I think this is a fair decision and a big, big wicket for Sri Lanka. Dravid is the key player. He's one man who can occupy the crease for 6 hours or so. This is gone. It's pitched in line. He's moved too far across. This would have crashed into middle and leg. And absolutely no doubt about that one. Important wicket here for Sri Lanka. Vast strikes for the second time. And India 36 for 2.
Ganguly not in the greatest of touch at the moment. Very good player though, averaging 41. 21 times he's got past 50, so he's got a lot of experience. This will be a real test for him. little bit of doubt maybe creeping in. Will it crash into the stumps? He's both feet behind the crease, so... Shot. Oh, that's a classic.
And just coming back to Dravid, I think it would have taken the bails, Barry. The top of the bails. Well, this is a cracking shot. This is more like the Ganguly we know. Nice still head.
Got to keep playing that way. Oh, and that's through. That's a beauty.
Again, excellent timing and placement. Also brings up the 50 for the Indians. Not much of a gap between the man at Gully and Muralitharan. And he's found it.
Off the edge and 4. Lucky.
Yes, it's gone off the leading edge. He was looking to play it away on the onside, and it's just closed the face of the blade a little too early. And you've seen that staggered slip, Warden. Big gap between second slip and the first of the two gullies.
Yes, he gets a very closed face. That's much better. 2 full balls have been put away. That's going to run all the way. A much better shot. That's what happens when you present the full face. You get the best result.
Yes, it was right up there in the slot. And
that really shows that he's got an aggressive intent.
In the air, oh, he's got him, that's beautifully caught, reminiscent of Sangakkara, pitch it up a little wide to the left-hander, the ball flying off the edge there in the direction of Gully, and that is the end of the Indian captain. Boy, he did hit it hard, and it was a good catch.
Certainly is free cheese in a mousetrap on that occasion. The bowler really trapping him, playing on the up, away from the body, 2 gullies in position. Bang on. He's been dismissed in this fashion on a couple of occasions. He's fallen straight into the trap. Sourav Ganguly departs for 18. The score 68 for 3.
8 for 3. That was a big blow. Mohammad Kaif, who's been dropped down the order just a little bit, in at 3 in Gaul. I think Ganguly made the right decisions in this match to go up the order, push.
That one's hammered. Right up there in the slot, Ramesh into the act straight away, seizes the opportunity, full face of the bat, really blitzed away through mid-on. That the captain has at his disposal.
That's well played, into the gap on the offside. Short delivery, nicely played, got high up on his toes there, and that ball coming onto the bat nicely. Didn't try and hit it too hard. Another boundary.
Up on his toes on that occasion. A young evasive action, getting ready to get the covers on. Neat little clip. That one really races to the boundary. Sadagopan Ramesh really latching onto that opportunity. Strays down the leg side. Have a look at that. Neat roll of the wrist.
That's a little bit better. He's getting a bit more bat across there, presenting the face. It's 90 for 3. It looks as if they've decided to take the bails off and leave the ground. I've got to say that my watch would suggest that it's not quite on the top of the hour, that it may be that because there's a little bit of rain in the air that they've decided to leave the ground. To get rid of those 2 very experienced Indian batsmen makes a big difference.
Well, they certainly have the edge, given the state that Hemang Badani and the guys to follow haven't really had a hit and not in a confident mold. This is the bowling card for the Sri Lankans. Chaminda was really the pick of the bowlers. 2 wickets for 30 runs. Really was prepared to gamble.
Runs. Beautifully timed. And he couldn't cut it off. That is supreme timing. Just straying on the leg side. Ramesh very strong there, though.
Lovely shot. And this is where left-handers are so good at. They're so very good to work it off their legs, and see how he does that. Ball, and Suresh Perera here playing a little bit of football, and I'm sure his teammates wouldn't be too happy with that.
100. They'll have to wait for the umpire. Whether it's off the bat, no, it's off the leg. Leg bars has been signalled, but 100 for India. 23 overs now gone, 103 for 3. Oh, he's got it on the full. Good shot. I think he read it well. Flighted delivery. Got down, hit it on the full. 109 for 3. And that'll give some encouragement to Murali. I'll get it out in a minute. I always have trouble with that name. That's 50 partnership too.
We'll be looking for this kind of partnership, and the batters in the middle, once they're there, they must...
And it's up and out. And he's done it. Fernando has done it. It wasn't a particularly good over until then, but then he's pulled one out of the bag. And Mohammad Kaif has got to go.
Just when Dilhara Fernando was dropping and his pace dropping as well, he produces this one. Strong delivery at Kaif, at the body, and Kaif just not good enough to get away from it. Balloons the catch, and Mahmud Atapattu times his jump to perfection, and Sri Lanka gets the wicket they were looking for. So Kaif departs for 17, India 120 for 4.
The new batsman, end of a very good partnership. The start of a very good partnership in the commentary box. Ravi Shastri's with Robin Jackman.
All this trouble here. Well, out, I think, if he'd hit.
Where was Ramesh going here? It was never a single.
Yeah, not in the frame, is he? Didn't miss by much either. Great time for a run out at 123 for 4.
The finger has gone up. There's no doubt about it. So 2 wickets in 2 overs for Fernando. And the Indians now are reeling. They've lost half their side. The important man, Ramesh, departs.
Well, this is serious trouble now for India. The one man who might have been able to hold this innings together a little bit, he goes. Good bowling from Fernando. He's bowled with pace and fire and made 2 critical breakthroughs since the luncheon interval. Ramesh, a patient innings of 47 from 97 balls, but India in the Dwang, 123 for 5.
The Indians lost 2 wickets after lunch. And 2 wickets in 2 overs. First Kaif and then Sadagopan Ramesh. High score of 47.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's a beautiful cover drive. The ball spinning away from it, and he's caressed it through the offside field. You won't see many better shots than that one today, especially when you consider the fact that the ball was spinning away from him.
Leaning into the shot, Badani didn't try to hit it too hard. Weight on top of the ball with the...
That's good shot. Good tactics too. Muralitharan has been allowed to dictate terms for too long. Now that boundary breaks the shackles. 150 coming up for India. Good positive strike. And you see straight away.
Yeah.
That's in the air. Simple catch. Full marks to the bowler. Again, testing the batsman out with a short delivery. And I just got the feeling this was a little quicker onto Badani than he expected.
Very late with a pull shot, high up on the bat. Just wondered how long it was going to take Kamang Badani to get off. He's very disappointed, as you naturally would be. His simple catch. Fernando, no trouble with that. High up on the bat. Perera's delighted, as he should be. And Badani, after doing all the hard work, has got to depart for 16. Simple catch, 154 for 6.
Still trailing by 120. 66 his highest score. And how India would do with even something half of that. That's good shot. Short and wide, there's no point, and he's put it away. So first boundary for Harbhajan Singh. And at the end of 46 overs, India 158 for 6. So at tea, India 161 for 6. Badani and Sadagopan Ramesh, all important players in that session of play, the three recognized batsmen. And now it's left to the tail to really help India to try and get close first to that 200-run mark. And that really tells you the story. The real problem for India, no partnership going except for that 52 between Kaif and Ramesh. But if you're competing in a test series, if you're one down, you want to bounce back, you need to do better than that. And once again, a disciplined effort by the bowlers.
In county cricket, see how he performs.
There's another one. I'm going to get 4 for that, but fortuitous to say the least.
Yeah, not the best of shots there, and especially you know, against this lad who, as I say, who can bowl a genuine quick ball. You know, I think at that stage he's better off getting out the way and letting that one go by and waiting for one that's a little bit easier to hit.
Well, could be interesting this. Harbhajan Singh going to take the attack to the Sri Lankans by the look of things. In the commentary box, our attack is Ravi Shastri and Robin Jackman.
Could have some fun.
This is the tactics he used even in goal. Try to soften up the batsman, then pitch one up. It's another short delivery, and he's put that again away in style. And this may have just gone all the way. In fact, just checking with the square leg umpire, Steve Buckner said that's a boundary. But Harbhajan doing well here. There's no one in the deep. And consecutive boundaries for him.
That was a terrific shot, wasn't it? I said just now, the first one he didn't have a great deal of control over. This doesn't bounce quite so high. And he just stands there and gives it a little bit of right hand. Look at that. Great shot.
The good thing to see is that he's not backing away, staying in line and prepared to play the pull shot. And this time, he gives himself a little bit of room and plays it away on the offside. So another boundary. A good start to the session for the Indians. These runs very important.
Well, young Fernando's now got to start using that 6 inches between ear and ear that we've been talking about all day. He's bowled 3 short deliveries, and they've all gone for 4 to different parts of the field. So how about a full delivery or a fullish delivery? Certainly a length as opposed to the banging balls that he's bowling at the moment. He's nicely guarded there. He's got a rib guard there.
And Harbhajan Singh, it looked as if was expecting it. Just threw his bat at it, and this is a tremendous start. 4 boundaries on the trot. So it's a game of numbers at the moment. Sanat Jayasuriya very quickly.
It's a good shot by Digay. And 4 more, so boundaries galore since the tea interval.
And good tactics. Now he's chosen his spot well here. He's got himself into a good position before he's attempted the shot. And he's played that away. This will be another boundary. So runs coming thick and fast for the Indians after tea. And one thing different is that they're taking the attack to the Sri Lankans. Little more positive.
Feet at chest height, and it'll run away for 4.
Yes, he's just opened the face of the blade and deliberately played it in that gap between third slip and gully. Tremendous excitement already in this little session of play after tea. Boundaries galore. Tige here getting his 3rd. And well played in the end. All on top of his toes and kept the ball down. That's firmly struck. This is good shot from Samir Digay. Consecutive boundaries.
And India closing in on 200.
Well, this is just what the home...
That's a big hit. That's well struck down the ground. One bounce over the rope. So the 200 coming up for India in style. That's a good shot. Shot and hammered away in front of square. The 50 partnership coming up in aggressive fashion. And now Sri Lanka just beginning to feel the pressure a bit.
Well, that's a partnership of 52 in 52 deliveries. And that shot there
will start from a young age. Tremendous blow. Harbhajan Singh now beginning to dictate terms here. Mid-on's back, mid-wicket's back, mid-off's up. So what does he do? Bang, over mid-off.
Not an easy shot to hit against an off-spinner of this quality who turns it as much as he does. What a wonderful stroke.
That's up in the air. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. This is another boundary. Looks as if it might have been a top edge, yes. So India now quick.
Oh, that's close. That's close. Yes, he's out. He's RBW. That's the end of that. Chaminda Vas has struck at last. You can see the reaction there is one of thank goodness for that. Things were getting a little bit nasty. And boy, this has been a useful partnership in the context of this match.
Very useful partnership comes to an end. Dige, the band dismissed. Chaminda Vas pitching it up, getting the ball to come back just a bit and crashes straight into the pads. And suggestion that the batsman is surprised, is holding up the bat, but umpire Buckner has no doubt. Samit Dige departs after contributing a valuable 28. India 218 for 7.
Here, Khan, a really good partnership. This is what India needed. They needed a few runs. They needed the tail to wag. 64 they put on, and I'm not so sure about that. Oh, he's given him out. Well, that'll make an interesting replay. There was a pretty spontaneous response from the Sri Lankans, but they're not easy to give. Let's see if we can pick up anything in the bat here. We'll bring it down nice and slow. My reaction was no. The question is, did it hit the glove on its way back behind the pad? If it did, of course, it's out. We'll have to have a look at that in a moment. It's 223 for 8. Batsman, and he's out there because I think Zahir Khan was a little unlucky. I don't think he hit it. The ball may have flicked the back of his bat or glove, but I doubt that as well. Let's see if we can pick up what happened behind. Did it hit the glove? That's the question. The hard part is, would the umpire have been able to tell if it hit the back of the glove? Now, even if it did, and you can see it was quite close, I think it's hooked in the air. Oh, he's bowled him, clean bowled him. A bouncer first from Chaminda Vas. He's then come screaming in and bowled it up and straight, and he shattered the stumps of the off-spinner there. That's, well, the end of Harbhajan, comprehensively bowled after a fantastic contribution. 44 of 32 balls. This is how it happened.
Top delivery by Chaminda Vas, completely outthought Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan Singh departs for a valuable 44. India 223 for 9.
Though that in Kandy, he hasn't done as well as other places.
Well, I think in Kandy, I think there may be a little bit more pressure on him to perform, really. I mean, it is his hometown, you know, everybody turns up expecting the hometown favourite to do well, and I think so there's that added pressure on him. On top of that, it looks like they've left a little bit more grass on the wickets in Kandy than anywhere else. Another good shot there.
They're not hanging around, are they?
No, that's right. He's giving everything there. But no, I think, as I say, with as far as Muralitharan is concerned, yeah,
no score of substance there. 47 from Ramesh. Oh, he's bowled him out with a straight one. Clever bowling. And that's what makes him one of the best in the world, if not the. Zaklain Mushtaq would challenge that just a little bit, perhaps, but what a fantastic bowler. Completely deceiving the tail-ender with a straight delivery.
This one's the one that he really camouflages very well. Opened him up like a can of beans, expecting turn Harvinder Singh on that occasion. The ball went the other way, got off stump. Harvinder Singh departs, and India all out for 232.
But everybody just getting in there a little bit, but not really going on.
They've got the starts, but certainly haven't converted those starts into the big ones. Sadagopan Ramesh 47. They've just had 150 from Rahul Dravid at a time when they already lost the game. So this has been a woeful scenario as far as Indian batting is concerned. Just two real good partnerships between Kaif and Ramesh. And that is the time when Sanath Jayasuriya handled the situation very well. And then that explosive innings from Harbhajan Singh really waded into the Sri Lankan attack. 64 that partnership really did from 61 balls. Really was a different scenario altogether. The fielders really spread like missionaries all over, and the Sri Lankans rattled. Once again, the tail caving in without even a semblance of fight. Chaminda was the pick of the bowlers. 4 wickets to 65, varied his pace. Tremendous support for him from Delahara Fernando, Ruchira Perera and Muthaiya Muralitharan. 2 wickets apiece. Advantage over the Indians. Harvinder Singh steaming in.
Elegant, very, very elegant.
Really dismissed that from his presence in style. Over-pitch delivery, really not into the groove.
Thank you, Robin. And Jayasuriya off the mark straight away. That's the first ball he faced, and he started off with a boundary.
Not totally convinced. I'm not sure this came off the middle. I think it's more of the glove and top edge, and
that's crashed off the back foot. And in emphatic fashion. Short one.
Away. Good thinking.
He's bowled in. Once again, pitching the ball up. Inside edge from Jayasuriya. The ball going back and hitting the stumps. And early wicket for the Indians. The Sri Lankan captain departs.
Very good bowling. Zahir Khan take a bow. Got this one to just tail in enough. Inside edge, oh, a little puff of dust as well. And he's dragged it onto the leg stump. Sanath Jayasuriya will be mighty disappointed. He's out for 6, 20 for 1.
20 for 1. Kumar Sangakkara comes out to the middle. Already a healthy average, just under 40. 100, 450s. Career best 105 not out. That was in the first test match at Gaul. And he replaces his captain, Sanath Jayasuriya. Dismissed in this fashion.
Just wonder how much leg slip had a bearing on that. Just that subtle field placing change. And Sanath Jayasuriya, very good. And there's that puff. Sanath, big gap between bat and pad. And the leg goes to the right place after the balls hit the stumps.
In the air, taken. Umpire Buckner says no. There was a loud sound then, a loud woody sound. Sangakkara just shakes his arm guard. But he was looking to drop his wrist here. Again, a short delivery after 2 balls pitched up. And you'd have to give it to umpire Buckner. That's a top decision. There was a lot of shouting. The appeal was spontaneous. The experienced Buckner, standing in his 60th test match, has got it dead right.
Fantastic decision. All done at speed. We've got the benefit of a slow-mo, and it looks pretty out. Great decision.
Sangakkara going for it. Sami Dige going after it. In the end, the ball landing in no man's land. There was no call. Fine leg was coming in. The keeper was going after the ball. The opportunity was there. And a chance to pick up 2 wickets in an over is missed by the Indians. 21 for 1. And this is the last ball of the previous over. Top edge. Yes, after the appeal of the previous ball, Digge was going for it. There was another man running in from fine leg, and it should always have been fine leg's catch. Much easier for the man coming in the 6.
All in the air and just wide a slip. That's good bowling. We'll go for 4. Frustrating.
Excellent bowling by Zahir Khan, certainly keeping pressure on the Sri Lankans and especially Sangakkara. Sangakkara on that.
And then they won in 1998, so it took them 10 years to win the match here. In the air and into the gap. Well, just a little bit lucky. That's the sort of shot that the bowler hopes will go straight to the hands of either one of the gully or slip fieldsmen. It didn't. It went through the gap for 4. That's nicely played. Beautifully played for 4. Yes, well, I think that illustrates what I was saying. That was up there, and he really did get into it. Punched it beautifully.
Beautiful shot.
He gets set far. Oh, that's beautifully put away again. Plenty of room off the back foot. It's going to be a close race, but just timed too well.
Hajin Singh having problems with the new ball, trying to push it through.
We'll have to wait for the umpire on this occasion. Leg bar from Steve Buckner. From Zahir Khan. Just nip back enough, hit the inside edge, knock the leg stump. He'll still be pretty happy, Sanath Jayasuriya, with the position. And there's more, well, the light. It's been given to the batsman. They've accepted it. So that's the end of play today. 18 overs have been bowled. Sri Lanka are 52. He's the wicket taker. Navinda just the 3 overs. Prasad bowled steadily, much better than the first innings. Ganguly also steady, and Harbhajan just the 2 overs. 2 overs.
Because they can only practice before the match. They don't know when they're going to be in unless they're openers. Edged it, gone, well bowled. So the breakthrough early on for India, just exactly what they wanted.
Important strike by Zahir Khan, getting the wicket of the left-hander Sangakkara. This ball certainly going away, whereas the previous deliveries were coming in. Holding its own, Sangakkara playing outside the off stump, gets the outside edge. Digge moves the wrong way, but does well to come back again and gather a very clean catch. So important strike, an important wicket for India. Sangakkara departs for 13, Sri Lanka 52 for 2.
Innings with 104, Mahela Jayawardene, a very classy player indeed, averaging 40, almost 44 in Test cricket, and has had a particularly good time against India over his career. Averages 77 against the side he's walking into bat against right now. The highest score of 242.
Way for 2.
Well, that's 4 byes. A little bit of pace from Zahir Khan.
Umpire Bucknor signalling that 1 bouncer for the over, but Sourav Ganguly wouldn't be too unhappy. This is a good one. He digs it in, surprises Jayawardene, who goes into the hook shot, but decides to withdraw at the last moment. A good decision as the...
Straight driven down the ground. One of the toughest shots in cricket to play, between mid-on and the stumps. And always a pleasure to watch. 70 for 2. Ooh, there was a certain risk to that stroke. Good result for the batsman, but the ball was in the air for a dangerous amount of time. 76 for 2.
Much noise. Noise doesn't make any difference.
Beautifully played. Just let's have another look at the cover drive there. Into it he goes, beautifully timed, and
There's no real grip. You know, when the seam hits, He's gone. It's a big wicket for the Indians. Venkatesh Prasad pegging away, exploring the off-stump area on that one. Lateral movement for Venkatesh Prasad. Marvin Atapattu really fishing on that occasion.
Not given out yet, not given out yet. They want to have a look at it. They want to have a look at it. Don't get too excited. The umpire's going over towards square leg, and well, when situations like this occur, we know that quite often the batsmen get given the benefit of the doubt. Or is he walking? He's walking, actually. So, no, we're not going to get a replay. There we go. There's the deflection. It's in the air. I think he probably catches it quite comfortably. The batsman, oh, yes, he catches it in the webbing. That's a very good catch by D. Gay. Well, it doesn't matter. Kookaburra SG. All that matters is that the ball is in the keeper's glove. And that's the end of Marvin Atapattu. A big wicket for the Indians, out for 45. Well, Hashan Tilakaratne coming in now to face the music, and I've got to tell you that the Indians are doing a pretty good job here. They've done very well this morning. They've got two very big wickets. To get Sangakkara and then to get Marvin Atapattu is, well, major steps in the right nation behind the wicket. That's a big wicket. Beautifully caught too. Very well done.
Perseverance has finally paid. Venkatesh Prasad pegging away on that off-stump line, just put it in the right place. Look at that anticipation from Samir Dige. He really is delighted. Knows the importance of that wicket. The cornerstone of Sri Lankan batting. Marvin Atapattu departs. Big wicket. Tremendous fillip to the Indian psyche, that one.
And that's also quite close. Marajan just a bit too much. There could be a run out, and there's a mix-up. Golden opportunity missed for India. Comedy of errors.
Yes, Hashan Tilakaratne was looking at the ball. Jayawardene was backing up, wanting the single, and the call was late. Saurav Ganguly doing the right thing, trying to back up, but he was a little late. A direct hit was what was required.
Yes, the ball just going down the leg side, and Jayawardene, he was off, and Tilakaratne, as you mentioned, again looking under a bit of pressure, not watching his partner.
With Prasad, he's been bull-headed in his approach. He's not tried anything flash. He's not tried too many things. Now that'll be 4. There's no third man. There's no third man. That's gone up the thickish outside edge, but he's been consistent with his line and length. He's quite prepared to make the batsman drive. He did that with Atapattu, and he shouldn't be disheartened with the batsman getting a boundary in that fashion. One thing with Jayawardene is that there's never a dull moment when he's batting. Even when he's defending, you can see he's a class act.
And that's beautifully put away. It's been a good over until then. And the last one goes for 4. The Indians have done well. They deserve a drink. That's coming out onto the field. 96 for 3. And that's straight down the ground. That'll be 4. And that's the 100.
Well, it wasn't at full pace. Start of a new spell. Just looking to loosen up. And Tilakaratne has put this one away. Taken on the fall and banged down the ground. Pars had to take a count off when giving a leg before.
And that's gone fine. Fine leg is too square. It's raced away. Deft shut.
Now, what was he doing so square? That's the question to be asked. Look at Ganguly. I'd like to keep watching him. Probably be saying, what is Prasad doing so square? And this is neatly played. It's a neat clip. Edged and taken. That's a tremendous piece of bowling once again from Zahir Khan. He's probed away, being rewarded for pitching the ball up. Jayawardene going for an expansive drive, and Padani making no mistake at second slip. This game is wide open now.
You're not kidding. And he's been so disciplined outside the off stump, Jai Wardner. He just fancied that one. A little bit of movement for Zahir Khan again, and he's bowled that particular delivery so well, and he's been rewarded. That is a huge breakthrough. This game is not over. Jai Wardner out for 25, 108 for 4. Experienced player Russell Arnold, but there won't be many situations where he's come in a test match and been under pressure like this. It's right in the balance. He's averaging 20, well, 29 probably, 1,200 runs. Been around for a while, 29 matches. That's a full toss, and that's put away, as it should have been. He gets Arnold off the hook. That's off the mark ball, and not a particularly good one.
Well, he's got to be careful here, Saurav Ganguly. The iron's hot at the moment, and he's got to strike it when it's hot.
For 4, 36.3 overs. Tilakaratne on 13. He's been there for a while. Big day for him, this as well. Oh, that's close, that's close. Yes, he's got him. He's out LBW. That one stayed down a little bit. There was no bat there, and well, he's not looking all that happy. I don't know whether this is just a lousy. Oh, he's having a real glare back at the is it? Oh, it's I think I'm right in saying it's the Indian captain. A little few words there, and now the umpire is wandering over, having a look in the direction of the Indians. Obviously, a little bit was said there.
It's boiling hot over there. I don't know what really happened, but Zahir Khan is firing on all cylinders. Really didn't pitch in line. Hit him below the knee roll. Would have hit middle stump. There's no doubt about that. A few words exchanged, and why not?
He's, I think, more likely to hit leg stump. 116 for 5. Period of time has not been short of a word himself. He's been inclined to chirp away out there a bit. And so the Indians, I think, probably deciding to give him a bit of his own. And Russell Arnold just reacted to it there. And I think Ganguly sort of came in and said, oh, that's all right, that's enough of that. It may well have been Digay who got a bit carried away. We'll see if we can pick it up after this first delivery. Upset Arnold here. This is, just watch Arnold's head. Digay runs past him, and I think that he ran past him with a specific reason to say something to him. And he's obviously given him a nice old earful there. And Russell Arnold is a little bit wide-eyed watching him disappear. Yes, I think it's a little bit of a payback. I think Russell over a period of time. And what's Saurav? Saurav's saying, just calm down. Sorry, mate. So Saurav's getting the message as well. Saurav's becoming the good boy. My goodness.
It's great to see him pacifying. Well, Digay's been naughty. There's no doubt about that one. He's really come behind Russell Arnold on that occasion. A few words exchanged. Here we are, Saurav Ganguly trying to pacify Samir Digay over there. Just cool it. Anger will only have reason right out of your brain, my friend. That's what he's saying.
Righto, this is the last ball before the lunch break. Oh, and what a shot. What a shot to finish the session off with. On the up through the offside field. Suresh Perera striking it for 4. He's off the mark. And so the session, 23 overs bowled, 72 runs were scored, and of course 4 wickets fell. So this was a very interesting session, and this was a very, very good shot.
Hit on the up. Badani bowled Zahir Khan. Zahir Khan has been exceptional. 4 wickets he's got. Incredible spell of fast bowling, searing pace.
Yes, he did bowl well. There's no doubt about that. He's looking for his 5-wicket haul, and he'll be doing that after the lunch break, no doubt. It'll be interesting to see if Harbhajan gets a bit of a bowl. He's only bowled 2 overs so far. But tremendous bowling by Zahir Khan. And the situation now is that the Sri Lankans lead by 166.
That is very close indeed. Might have just snuck down, or did he get a little edge? Saurav Ganguly knows how close that is, and not only does he know how close, he knows how important it is. Smiles from Steve Buckner. He's seen it all before. He's done plenty of test matches.
There was a definite double sound here. You could pick it up inside edge onto the pads, and that's why the big smile from Steve Bucknor. Good decision again, but good delivery coming here. Nipping back, bat coming late, getting the inside edge and then thudding onto the pads. There you are, big deflection.
This could be out-dropped. And what is that going to have as a bearing on the game? Not a difficult chance for Badani. One you would expect to be taken in a test match.
This is what pressure does. Short, not so wide. Perera, no movement of the feet, slashing at it. Badani should have bobbled it. And that's a crucial miss at this juncture of the game. Ganguly doing everything right, maintaining the pressure. No movement of the feet, just a slash. Comfortable catch height for Badani, but doesn't grab it.
Yeah, it's good to watch, isn't it? Just these little game plans going on within the game itself. Off the edge, no third man, 4.
A lucky outside edge there, but at this stage of the game, it doesn't matter how they come, as long as they come. Good delivery, squaring Perera up there. Gets the outside edge, but fortunately for him, it's along the ground and in the gap for 4.
Gold and tension all around the ground. In the air, and not timed to perfection. Fielder might just actually get there. It's going to be a close race. Well, I think it's gone over the ropes, and I'm not sure he hasn't hurt himself.
Suresh Perera not getting over the ball, but clearly hitting under it, getting the gap. Kaif making a desperate dive there. Commitment personified, but touches the rope. A vain effort, but a good try indeed. And with no cover, there are runs.
Ah, beautifully caught. Does he make up for it? Yes, he does. 1 down, 1 up, and Venkatesh Prasad has struck. The game is still very much alive.
A loose shot by Suresh Perera. That's the way he plays. Venkatesh Prasad probing that off-stump line, foot nowhere near the pitch of the ball, giving it an almighty heave, gets the outside edge, and Badani takes a catch, making up for what he missed out a couple of overs ago. Good catch, going to the right side, which is his left hand, and Suresh Perera departs for 15. Sri Lanka 137 for 6.
New batsman is Ind Vs. He scored 42 very valuable runs in the first innings. He's required again in the second.
Again, a loud shout. The finger goes up this time. He was looking to play across the line. It's always a problem with Tilakaratne. He tends to fall over, work the ball square on the onside. He missed, and the finger has gone up, and Prasad has struck again.
Well, I don't want to preempt this, but I'm just wondering whether he didn't get into trouble with his movement after. No, that's out. That's hitting leg stump. So often, umpires actually don't give the bowler leg stump. If it's missing middle, they tend to assume it's going down, but not in this case, and the umpire was quite right. So Tilakaratne out for 16, and Sri Lanka in some trouble. 140 for 7.
140 for 7. And Muralitharan comes out to the middle. Local boy, huge cheer from the crowd.
Could score some really annoying runs here for the home team. Easily get out early as well.
Well, he's not going to mess around. That's the right tactic. He started off with a boundary. And just hear the crowd. We haven't heard this noise all day today.
This is exactly what I mean. Now, what India mustn't do is just get rattled by that, particularly the bowler. Now, slower ball.
over Zahir. That's 6. A boundary and now 6 for Murli. 150 comes up, 152 for 7. This is the last ball of the previous over. He's middled that. And I'm sure he'll enjoy it. Just for a moment, he might have thought Zahir Khan would get underneath it. But then again, Zahir Khan was coming in. Now, had he stayed on the boundary line, he could have taken this catch. That will continue. Wrapped from the pads, up goes the finger again. Another batsman looking to play across. This is good bowling by Prasad. He's been persistent. And the wickets continue to tumble. This is number 8 that goes down for Sri Lanka.
Well, this is wonderful bowling. And how many wickets has the batsman, Chaminda Vas, got just like this? This time, he suffers as the batsman. It's right in front. The decision's 100% correct. And another wicket goes down. Chaminda Vas out for 4. 153 for 8.
No batsman got a half century in the first innings. And if a couple do, then you might chase whatever score they give you. But Muralitharan, beg your pardon, Fernando has hit his first boundary, so even he's following Muralitharan's tactics. A boundary there to get him off the mark. Winning this test match. He's bowled in. He goes for the big he. He misses it. Prasad hits, and wicket number 5 for Venkatesh Prasad. Sri Lanka are 9 down for 157.
Well, he won't be very pleased with that. Though he hit the previous ball for 4, he won't be crazy about that at all. Tilhara Fernando out for that one boundary. 9 down now, 157.
Delivered the goods just when it mattered for India.
Don't like this field, though. He's got everyone on the boundary apart from the slip and the keeper. They're all on the fence. Oh, it's hit that one. This could be 6. This could go all. Oh, you beauty! All the way for 6. Take that. Here I've got Navjot Singh Sidhu telling us what a great bowler he is, and little Murali has smashed him at the ground.
I think it's one-day cricket at its best, Tony. Waking rule, weaving away, high and handsome into the stands. What a great shot that is from Muthiah Muralitharan. He's made a mockery of all the technique, but he's been very effective on that occasion. Have a look at that for a stroke.
Balls to go in the over. Oh, he's got it up in the air over the top of the keeper's head. It's running away down towards the boundary. It'll be a close thing. It's going to go for 4. Another 4. These are all very vital runs. 214 the lead. Muthiah Muralitharan has taken his score to 26 of 14 balls.
You could really take the game away from the Indians. A weird style of ways. It's all happening at the Asagriya Stadium over here in Kandy.
Rain really hard. I think they're going to have to go. Well, umpire Buckner says no. The other umpire says yes, quick, and I think that's fair enough because it is raining quite hard. They don't want this pitch to get too wet, but it won't be here for long, that's for sure. This rain will disappear, but it's certainly coming down quite firmly at the
second innings. That's a lead of 214, and it looked like being a lot less before Muthiah Muralitharan came in and smashed 26 off just 16 balls. This game very evenly poised. Here's the bowling, and Zahir Khan 4 for 66, bowled extremely well, and Venkatesh Prasad, well, Venki is back, 5 for 58.
Also a good delivery at this stage, especially with men now on the boundary. That's a big hit, and he's found the boundary. Prasad was the fielder there. That ball was coming to him quickly.
So the misfield gives Muralitharan another boundary.
It went like an absolute rocket too. Look at that, on a good length. That's where you cannot bowl. Prasad did quite well. He realised it was going to be awkward all the way because it was really coming at him quickly. And in the end, he couldn't manage to stop it. So Murali, another boundary.
227 the lead. After 64 matches, he's once again reached his highest score in Test match cricket. There is a mid-wicket. Still 4 men on the boundary on the onside. He walks down the track. That's what he thinks of Ganguly. Doesn't please the Indian captain. All the crowd loving every bit of it. Saurav Ganguly is not happy.
Why he's unhappy? He says Murali is walking down the wicket and scuffing it up where they're actually going to bat. Look at that. That's arrogance for you. Actually, Saurav did pretty well in the end, firing it down leg stick. Look at this. On the mark.
What's Ganguly going to do now? Is he going to walk down the track again? He's anchored to his crease at the moment. And he's put it away in style. Work for the man at long on. Not good enough. Muralitharan has moved to 49. He's lifted his bat up thinking it's a half century. He's still lifting it up. We have it as 49. His eyes lit up when he saw that half volley.
Didn't they ever? He thought it was, I think he's trying to count the no ball. He reckons because it was a no ball that he should get 5 for that. There they go. Unlucky bounce. Murali's got 49 though.
But he thinks it's 50. Now it's 50. The crowd know it. This is a tremendous innings. He lifts the bat up for the second time. The hands go up. This is a happening place, Kandy.
Wherever you go tonight, you know who's going to be the talk of the town. Look at the coach, a smile at last.
And what a time to get it. His side in trouble. He's come up with the goods. The lead 240.
About his promotion in the order. And all he said was, I failed, so I'll probably go back to 11 now. Here's trouble. No, there isn't. Well done, both of you. Not so well done in the field.
Quick thinking on the part of the batters, not so on the field.
Everyone on the fence again except first slip. There it was, attempted. It's a no ball though. Touch on the high side, and that breaks the record for the 10th wicket partnership. Sri Lanka versus India. He struck that down the ground. That might well go for 4. No, it is cut off. Just 2 more.
/50 partnership for these two batsmen, and Sri Lanka leads by 250 runs. That's the important barrier. That's the target that Barry Richards was talking about, the 250 target, and these two batsmen have done a great job for their team. 51 runs in 82 balls.
He's hit that down the long off. Is he going to be caught? No. What a great shot that was. He's taken a couple of strolls down the wicket, then checked himself. The bowler was up to what he was doing. He redesigned the delivery, and Murali just smashed it over Longoff's head.
That's a clever hit by Muralitharan. Muralitharan coming down the track. Prasad saw him coming.
Down the ground, over the top. 6.
The maximum, and umpire Bucknor raises his hands up, and Murali raises his bat too. A silent message there by the wily warrior. Look at that for a shot. Just goes down the track, goes under, all intentions to clear the line, and he does that quite easily. Top shot.
By numbers. Here he goes again. Catch it is the call. There's a man under it. And the innings is over. And what a great innings it's been. Well played, Murali. And well played, Perera.
Wonderful innings by Muthaiya Muralitharan. In the context of the game, could be a match-winning one. 263 runs is what Sri Lanka leads. Muralitharan going for a repeat, block one, hit one recipe. Doesn't get the placement. Ramesh takes a well-judged catch. Sri Lanka all out for 221. Muthaiya Muralitharan raises his bat in acknowledgement. 67 runs in 65 balls. What an off, and see the reception he gets, not only from the Sri Lankan dressing room, but all the spectators that have been present to witness this memorable innings.
Story in their second innings, enjoying a lead of 42. Sri Lanka 221, 45 from Atapattu, and an amazing 67 runs from Muthaiya Muralitharan. And they dominated the partnership right at the end there. 64, the highest partnership and a record-breaking partnership for Sri Lanka against India. Otherwise, no partnership got to 40. And the bowlers bowled quite magnificently until Murali virtually took over. Zahir Khan, 4 for 76. He deserved 5 wickets. Tremendous performance from Venkatesh Prasad, 5 for 72. And then it all went wrong for India.
That's a firm punch down the ground. No need to run for that. Big open spaces on the onside. There's no mid-on. And the first boundary of the Indian second innings. Now it's very important that you get after the loose delivery. Over pitching, no swing. The V. Now there is a mid-on. No forward short leg. And that's picked away off his legs. The timing is superb. That's raced away to the boundary. So consecutive boundaries for Ramesh to end the over. 10 for no loss.
Oh, there's a big appeal, but I think it was swinging too much. It's pretty close. Das is playing with fire. He's been out LBW once and almost a second time. I think that's just done enough to go down leg side. Sangakkara and Vars. Well, he was pleading. You can just see it pitches on. That's mighty close. That's got to be very close. And again, the umpire says not out. Height, absolutely no problem. I thought that was one of those ones where it could go either way.
I think very lucky to be still there. Extremely lucky to be still there, because you can see the middle and off stump. The ball's pitched on line. The height is stance also when they see a left armer over the wicket. He's cleaned him up. No ball signal. It's all happening here. Huge cheer from the crowd, and then stunned silence.
That sums it up. That look sums it up. Beautiful delivery. Marginal call. Again, you see where it lands and then slides. Both Sri Lankan fast bowlers do that. It's a healthy hit on the wickets. Everybody goes up. Everybody's excited. Misjudgment from Das. Until we see the umpire with his arm out.
Well, this is excellent bowling. If he sees the replay, he won't be too happy, but he's been bang on target, in the past. He's getting the...
Already been swinging it. The coolness he'll appreciate.
That's gone through. Fernando can't cut it off. That's a welcome boundary for the Indians. Target now below 250, 244 to be exact.
Oh, that's the inconsistent bounce. 4 runs here. More runs here. And this time I don't think he needs to run too much. Ramesh kept a pretty keen eye on it though, but it's gone all the way.
Make the best out of it. Make hay while the sun shines.
Well, that's taking the off-spinner on. And nothing risky about that shot at all. Although it's cross-batted, nothing risky. Well, now.
Definitely, the ball tends to skid on when it's new. And that one really did skid very fast for Das. He's really foxed him. The wily old fox has struck on that occasion. Das really playing for the turn. That one really went straight on that occasion. And sound of timber. That's what I said. They've got to cross one hurdle at a time, playing for the turn at that time. Das, ball went the other way, and he really is delighted. Shiv Sundar Das departs for 19, 42 for 1. Murali strikes.
As he did at number 3 in the first innings, but at a different time of day. There's a possible 20 minutes play left. We've lost play once we've got past 6 o'clock each evening so far for light. This is positive from India, not negative.
Certainly the bold move, because he's the experienced.
Certainly Das did. That's beautiful, beautiful cricket stroke. Beginning of Murali's next over, aborted slightly. He spotted someone out of position and wanted it changed. Oh, well, luck for Dravid here. Inside edge, he'll get 4 for it, I think. Unless the ball pulls up very quickly, which it doesn't.
Foxed him in the flight, Muthaiya Muralitharan on that occasion. Nice little loop. Dravid going for the drive against the spin. It's gone through the gate. Have a look at that ball. Really hit the rough and turned a mile. Really don't think that he hit it. Just went through the gate. Look at
And the light anyhow is bad. Right. Right, well, they've decided that the light is too bad, and I think that's a good decision. I think perhaps that 1 over earlier might have been more appropriate. It would have been dreadful to see someone get out to Murali at this stage. So, it's 8 wickets in hand, and this pitch looks to me to be okay. I mean, I didn't see anything that knocked the top off or anything like that, which we've seen in previous test matches here. So, India have got themselves in a good position. All it needs is somebody to stand up tomorrow, 1 or 2 of them to stand up tomorrow and be counted. Tomorrow and be counted.
Ramesh, and particularly off his legs.
that. Is like easing the pressure off Ramesh's back. Juicy full toss. All the time in the world to really pick his spot. He's just rolled the wrist on top of it. Ball really sped away. Utilized the pace of the bowler. Of Ganguly, Hemang Badani and Sameer Dege have been woefully short of form.
Guided away, there'll be at least 2 here. Might even run away to the boundary. It certainly seems to be accelerating. Yes, nicely played.
Quite a deliberate shot from Rahul Dravid.
Good for the fuller pitch delivery. But he's bowling at a very fine player. That's a good drive. That'll be 4. Don't have to run.
That's a beautiful stroke. Drilled through the bowler and the cover region. Just reaching the pitch of the ball on that occasion, Rahul Dravid.
That I'm just talking about is this one through here. It's a good shot. That's exactly where he's hit that, but he was allowed to because the ball was just a little bit short. And what Murali wants him to do, wants to pitch it up a little bit further to the patch that Barry Richards was talking about this morning and get him driving through there off the front foot and create a gap between bat and pad, but that's too short.
The older boys. And what about Tendulkar? Well, that's nicely played. A little bit short. It's hit it through the offside field, waiting for the loose ball, and that one bounces away to the boundary for 4. More pressure relieved. India are going well. Well, that's close. That's got to be close. Oh, the hand came and then it stopped. I tell you what, there would have been a little heartbeat there in the Adam's apple of Dravid as the umpire's hand came around and then he called over up. Let's have another look at it. Let's see where it pitches. Pitches just outside. That doesn't matter. Was it going to hit the stumps? That's, oh my goodness. I've got to say that Dravid's heart must have skipped a beat there. Up he went. This was the reaction of Muralitharan. He can't believe that he hasn't got him. Well, there are defining moments in Test match. On 36, Ramesh on 25. Oh, that's a good shot. Beautifully played. Well, we've given him a leg on, haven't we? That was beautifully played through the onside field, and that brings up the 50 partnership.
That's Ramesh at his very best. That's where left-handers are very timing it. That's Rahul Dravid. That's his very best. Third time this morning that he's gone on the back foot and cut Murali away. Murali dropping it short, not getting much turn, and Rahul Dravid on the back foot, rocking, getting the placement right. You could see the gradual build-up of pace, 120, and now it's gone to 133. Interesting over. And that's got him, that's got him, that's the wicket Sri Lanka was wanting. Bilhara Fernando, Sri Lanka strike bowler, has got one, and Ramesh flashing outside the off stump, gets the outside edge, and down Wathan obliges.
Boy, my mate is getting nice and excited here. Out of his seat he was jumping up and down as that wicket fell. The ball was in the air. This is how it happened, and well, we thought it could go one of two ways. Good catch too, beautifully taken. Sanat Jayasuriya in the air there. Up go the arms of Dilhara Fernando. Ramesh is on his way. Sri Lanka have made a breakthrough. There is nothing in this match. It could go any way. Ramesh out for 31. It's 103 for 2.
Hi, welcome back. Well, there he is, the captain, and he's got a lead from the front now. Surav Ganguly has come in to replace Sadakapan Ramesh. Chris Cowdery's with me in the studio.
Lovely shot. Didn't try and hit it hard, but the timing is good. That's going to run away. We talked about Ganguly's timing. That's a perfect example.
Now that's a fine shot, and what bowling round the wicket will do, it will allow Ganguly to offer a full face of the play. Muralitharan continuing.
And that might have come off the bat. Was there a little noise there? It didn't matter, and I think it might just run away all the way. It's teasing Jayawardene, and he's not able to get there. So he signalled for, so a little bit of bat in that for Rahul Dravid, and nothing going Murali's way.
Yes, when there's no leg slip, and when the line is close to off stump, that's when, if you use your bat, you can play that kind of shot, though he was not in total control.
Interesting scenario. Saurav Ganguly.
Rahul Dravid makes his 50, and that's 21, and it's been an outstanding 50. He's had one close call, I think. 6 50s versus Sri Lanka, and well, this is a 50 that he might go on to remember for a long time, because it's played in circumstances which required exactly that. So Rahul Dravid standing up and being counted for India, undefeated on 50, 73 balls.
Been a real dogged inning from Rahul Dravid. In a tough situation where India needed the runs.
Boys hit that one, smashed it away into the gap for 4. Rahul Dravid has decided that if it's short, if it's a loose delivery, it's going to go. And the Sri Lankan crowd here that were very, very rowdy when little Murali was batting yesterday have gone a little quiet now.
To attack Muthaiya Muralitharan. He's a different bowler altogether once you attack him.
Well, that's well played. Just a little bit too short, and he loves getting it through that offside field. When he's going well, Saurav Ganguly plays it through there as well as anybody.
The great player of spin bowling on that occasion. He really stepped out, and Muthaiya really expecting that the batsman will step out, pitches it in short. Ganguly as clever as a fork.
Well, let's watch this delivery, steered away again. Oh, he's got it through. It's running down towards the third man boundary. It's too short. Bowled to sort of Ganguly without a third man. He just loves that area. You could see there that he knew there was no fieldsman down there. Big smile on his face. He just opened the face of the bat and let it run off the face for 4.
But quite deliberate, totally in control on that one. Just waited for it, played it very late, close to the body. Now that is the key. Just runs it to third man. Jayasuriya at the moment is in two minds to learn from their mistakes. Batting really hasn't clicked for the Indians. Now, the first faults are theirs who commit them. The second are theirs.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. He smashed that through the offside field. Now, I don't mind seeing Ganguly. If I was bowling to him, I wouldn't mind seeing him play a shot like that. He hits it right in the middle of the bat, but sometimes he nicks it. It was pretty wide. Last over before lunch. Have a look at this shot.
The key over here is he's played it very close to the body, totally in control.
Nice crowd there, nice atmosphere.
All the more reason for them to really stay alive in the series, because they're going on a very arduous tour to South Africa immediately after this, and this is lunchtime.
And so it's been a really good performance. 152 for 2, and from a bowling point of view, well, the Indians, the Sri Lankans had one really close call. Muralitharan looked at one stage if he had Dravid out LBW. His figures 1 for 53. They've got a lot of work to do.
The second innings, he would have been disappointed again with that just getting going and got out. And just, well, I'm not sure if that carried. I think it did to Murali. He did a great diving effort. It really was. Ganguly really latched onto that. Let's have a look at it.
That's where Ganguly gets out so often. Here he cuts, rolls his wrist, and Muralitharan goes full stretch, gets it in his hand, and out it pops. A great effort there, but what a wicket it would have been if it just stuck in that right hand of his. Just look at that, going full stretch onto his right, very low, just couldn't hang on to it. So Ganguly gets a let off, and the show of disappointment.
I think you were kind there. And again, struck beautifully. This will be a tough test, and just such good timing from Sourav Ganguly. A good start after lunch for India. Ind Vs had a lot to do, couldn't get there.
What a delightful shot here by Sourav Ganguly. That's why he's so strong that look at that.
The edge. Very unusual fielding position. In the air and wide. So everything going India's way. Another for Sourav Ganguly.
Runs again. Muralitharan dropping it short. Nice.
And beautifully fielded. Oh, no, it isn't. It's gone that quickly that I thought the fielder at Gully had picked that up. And in the end, even he couldn't get down. Sourav Ganguly, that must be a beautiful bat. Hardly saw it.
Just look at that for a shot. Vs overstepping yet again. Short and wide, and Ganguly just unleashes that, and the ball races away. In fact, before the fielder can get his hands to it.
Yeah, well, did he get a little touch to that? The Sri Lankans thought he might have. Sangakkara not able to gather that in. There's a little noise.
Certainly clipped something, and it appears that it just took the thigh pad on its way. Let's have another close look at that.
Oh, lovely shot with the spin. Looks like he's hitting across, but that's with the spin. Classy shot.
Supreme shot by
Lovely shot. Full face. Don't run, roll. That'll go for 4.
That's what, Barry, you've been talking about. What an organized player he is.
And that's put away. Just can't bowl short and wide. 185 for 2.
Playing a shot at it, so it can't be out.
Lovely shot. He's beaten short extra cover, and he'll find the boundary. 12th boundary for Dravid.
Commentators often talk about the ball being placed wide of a fielder, and I think this is a very good example of it. Watch the face of the bat just open fractionally, allowed to run. Well, that might be out. It is. Face of the bat. Now Dravid doesn't even look up. It's gone straight to silly point. A good sharp catch. And could this be the beginning of a little bit of a turnaround?
This is the wicket Sri Lanka were looking for. His pad play was so good, Rahul Dravid, just on that occasion, getting both bat and pad close to each other. The close-in fielder coming into play, making no mistake, Russell Arnold is good in that position, and finally Sri Lanka have got the wicket they wanted. Dravid departs for 75. This match again shifting as far as the balance is concerned. 194 for 3 on Jayasuriya. Rahul Dravid has been dismissed. Mohammad Kaif has come out to the middle. Still early days in his career, just 3 matches. Highest score of 37, that was at Gaul.
Come on, chaps.
And will continue. Evasive action there, and now there is an opportunity here. Forward short leg, backed away, took his eyes off the ball, and watch where the ball has gone. It's off the glove, up in the air. That would have been a simple catch, and I'm surprised he didn't react even after that, Robin. These are desperate situations.
Yeah, Brian Close is one of the few that I've seen just stand there and not even flinch when somebody's looked to hook the ball. Can't really blame someone for taking a dive. It hurts if it hits you. That would have just tickled him up a little bit. I remember seeing a picture of Brian Close once standing at short leg, no helmet in those days, standing at short leg watching, I think it was Gordon Greenidge or someone, hook a 6 over his head. It was the most amazing picture I've ever seen in cricket.
He's not ready for it. And the people who play the short pitch ball normally are the people who can get across, back it across a little bit more, and they can duck either way, and they're more comfortable. He's not comfortable, you're right, against that short pitch ball.
Well, that's a good tactic, isn't it? Putting pressure on the fielding side. They've got to scamper singles. They've got to scramble their way to victory here.
Definitely, with a new batsman in as well. That's the way to get the new batsman going. You want to get him off strike as quickly as you can. And Sri Lanka will be very, very keen to bowl at Kaif now. He's a new batter. He's inexperienced. And if they can just open up another end, you know, another wicket now, and it'll be back anyone's game again.
Sure. OK, well, as we look at Sourav Ganguly, you saw our commentators. Tony Gregg is with the former Sri Lankan captain, the hirsute now, Arjuna Ranatunga.
Bowler, he can bat, but important factor is to try and give him enough bowling.
Oh, he's hit that one beautifully. That's right through the gap for 4. Sourav Ganguly loves them in that area. That was just a little bit short. He was over the top of it that time, hit it into the ground, and what's more, right into the gap. Oh, he's hit that one over the top. That's the way to go. You can't keep blocking. Well, that's a good aggressive shot by Mohammad Kaif, and that will relieve the pressure for him a bit.
Yeah, he has been struggling with Murali. I think that's a very positive attitude by Kaif. I think
oh, good shot. Through the gap for 4. Well, Ganguly looks to me as if he's going to finish this off.
once again, that's a strength. I think we are feeding, the Sri Lankans are feeding them on their strengths rather than try and keep them quiet now.
Yes, this will be a lesson, that's for
him.
sure. In the air, dropped it. That could have made the difference, I got to tell you. You don't take your opportunities, and you have a little bit of bad luck, and, well, those two things will result more often than not in your losing the match.
Yeah, I think that's a very bad miss. I think this is the key important wicket. It's not a difficult chance by any standards.
Yes, Russell Arnold, normally so safe in all the positions in which he fields. He obviously got surprised by that one a little bit. It came at him very fast. He had to go a long way. He was standing quite wide, go a long way to his right, and it hit the hard part of his hand. It just went straight out.
This is all to do with confidence, Tony. I think he's struggling with the bat. I think this must be one of the reasons that he's a very, very safe field in any part of the they can get rid of Ganguly as soon as possible, because a lot of youngsters are coming in.
What a shot, straight down the ground. Ganguly has decided it's time to finish this off. Down the wicket he went that time, right in the middle of the bat, and that's 4. 71 to Ganguly. He's on strike. Oh, he's hit that one away for 4. Ganguly has decided to finish this off. Boy, this is the way he should continue to play. He's a very good aggressive player.
Yeah, that's his strength, that's his style, but he has been a different player in the last couple of matches. For them to stay together and try and get this thing right.
Oh, good shot. Saurav Ganguly is playing some beautiful drives on the up, on the offside. That's his strength. He loves them there. And he's winning a little bit of a psychological battle here.
He was just one evening away from greatness, and that's what really makes a man.
And that's just chipped over the top nicely. Couple of bounces, and it'll roll into the fence.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Have a look at that. Hit on the up, over the top, into the stands for 4. Saurav Ganguly really oozing with confidence over here. He's just playing innovative cricket.
And there it is. Mohammad Kaif got the full toss on the leg stump. And those are the runs. There's confusion in the middle. All the Indians are delighted. Now Saurav realizes the umpires have told him he's delighted even in spite of the fact that he didn't get 100. He's played quite beautifully. He struck the ball to all parts, particularly on the offside. Congratulations all round. Look how happy they are. Roll Dravid. Contributions, Roll Dravid and Ramesh also playing their part. 264 required. They did it with 7 wickets in hand. They're the partnerships, good ones too. The decisive one, the 2 experienced campaigners, Dravid and Ganguly, and then Kaif played his part at the end. Came in and got some experience under pressure and saw it through with Ganguly. The bowlers, they'll be disappointed. Quite a lot of bowlers used. And Murali, it's a long time since we've seen him in the 4th innings only take 2 wickets. Fernando tried hard. So did Vars, but in the end, in vain. Just the 3 wickets.
For this test match. So congratulations. If you wouldn't mind going up onto the stage and collecting the cheque. Saurav Ganguly, the man of the match. $500 presented by Mr. Anton Raj.